crump with your sweetie pie?
Hello, lovely people. If you are new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. What do I have for you today? Well, something and nothing and something again, I guess you could say. So I went ahead and went back for old time's sake, since I haven't been on old hallowed 5chan for a while, and I saw something fairly interesting there, and what I'm going to do today is, of course, as you've probably seen in the thumbnail, share it with you all. So let's go ahead and go over what we have in front of us. All right, so it states in the title, Smash Ultimate DLC leak, all characters by Anonymous. Okay, so let's talk about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC. Before you ask, yes, I understand the game isn't out yet, but who cares? We all know that the DLC roster has been 100% decided by Nintendo, and today I'm here to tell you who they all are. So to start off, I know someone who works somewhere that knows who the DLC, I'm sorry, that made me laugh a little bit, DLC characters are. Now, I could tell you exactly who they are and where they work, but ask yourself, why would I do that? Then why would you be in why would you even be writing this in the first place then? But anyways, I'll continue. What would I sacrifice? I guess he means why. Why would I sacrifice their way of making money just so you fat nerds, you nerds, could learn about who the next characters in the game are going to be, even though they will officially be revealed within the next year or so? Again, then why make the post? All right, I'm gonna continue. Exactly. No one in their right mind would ever do that. So if you have a problem with it, I really don't care. Anyways, with all that being said, this is who my contact says is going to be in as the DLC characters. Remember, all of these characters were chosen by Nintendo and not Sakurai. It should be common knowledge at this point. So, continues. Me. Sora. Now, I know that a lot of people are probably questioning how and why Sora could and should ever make it into Smash. And I will tell you that with my contact says about him. Apparently, Nintendo has been in talks with Square Enix for quite some time about getting the character into Smash, being Sora. Once they got the green light from Sora, or for, I guess he means for Sora, they had to get the approval from Disney. Disney was more than willing to let Sora into the game, since it wasn't Mickey Mouse or any other their big characters, on the condition that Nintendo paid them a large sum of money and also put some kind of Disney representation in as advertising. Sora's character icon logo or whatever will be the Disney logo, and he will come with a stage from Kingdom Hearts with subtle Disney advertising. And then he go ahead and he continues on. Rayman. Now, this one should have been obvious to every one of you by now. Rayman has been in the past 2 Smash games as a trophy, and Sakurai, since Sakurai took away the trophies and incorporated spirits, aka PNGs, even more characters have been added. However, Rayman was not. We have seen rabbits, but no Rayman. And you want to know why that is? Rayman is playable. If you guys realized. If you guys haven't realized this yet, Ubisoft does a lot for Nintendo. I agree. For the Switch alone, they have already developed 2 very successful games, those being Mario plus Kingdom Battle and then Atlas. So of course, since they are making Nintendo happy with all of this free money, Nintendo is going to do something for them so that they can continue to do so. It's called business, people. Steve. I can already hear the hordes of angry neckbeards pounding away at their keyboards now that I have said his name. Now, it just ain't neckboards, honey. Neckboards, goddammit. Neckbeards. Yes, Steve is in. Get over it. Do you people even understand how popular Minecraft is? Do you understand how much money it makes? Nintendo would be stupid not to do this. You guys may all be upset because you don't like Steve, but at the end of the day, to do this, wait, where is he? Wait, I'm losing my, okay. Smash isn't a game to make about making us happy. It's a way for a business to make money. And Steve is going to do just that. What game do you think kids play more, Smash or Minecraft? But if they see Steve in Smash, they will want Switches and Smash and the DLC just to play as him. It's literally free money for Nintendo. Yeah, and then he continues, and we keep going. Hey Hachi, yeah, another one of those obvious quote-unquote characters. I shouldn't even get into this, but I am going to. Heihachi got a Mii costume in Smash 4, and he is from one of the most popular fighting series ever. He would be right at home in Smash. Ryu and Ken made it in, so why shouldn't someone from Tekken, especially after he got a Mii costume just like, I don't know, Isabelle, Chrom, King K. Rool, all the characters who made it in? Not only this, but the company that is making Smash Ultimate only has one representative. Which I agree with that. I've been saying that too. La Irving and Cosmos. And Heihachi again. While other third parties have two. This is just too obvious. Crash Bandicoot. Yep, this is it. Again, I do not care if you believe me, but at least hear me out. Crash has been in just as many games on Nintendo consoles as he has been on Sony consoles. If you don't believe me, look it up. I'm not gonna do it. And just recently he had he had games come out to the Switch. If you guys think for even a second that Crash doesn't have a chance, you are just plain wrong. Once again, Crash is a big game from a big third party that would make Nintendo a lot of money. Well guys, I debated on whether or not I should tell you this, but I decided I will. Along with these 5 DLC newcomers, you will be getting 2 more Echoes. And 1 more newcomer for free. I will not say the name. I will not say who the Echoes are, but the free final character is going to be Banjo-Kazooie. Basically, since Nintendo has got the rights to Steve, they were also given the rights to Banjo. Anyways, guys, whether you or not you like this list or agree is relevant to me or irrelevant, you need to understand that while Sakurai did put some characters into the game to make us happy, Nintendo is a business whose prime objective is to make money. All those characters are going to do is to do just that, especially Steve. Regardless of what you think about these characters, you are still going to buy the game anyways with all the DLC. You are kidding yourselves if you say otherwise. Is that it from our fairly abrasive gent? I think that is. I think that's it from him. All right, well, that was indeed a mouthful. Let's go ahead and let's go over what we have in front of us. Before I go down this rabbit hole as well too, or at least further down the rabbit hole, I do want to make a mention of one thing. Whatever happened to Travis Strikes Again as far as like any kind of representation? See, this is one thing that I want to go back to because I haven't mentioned this in a long time. Suda, the producer for Suda 50, I think, is he the producer or is he actually called Suda? Anyway, Suda 51, I think, yeah, no, Suda 51's the dev, I'm sorry. The guy that heads that, I forgot his name, he confronted Sakurai before and said, I want, I think he's done it numerous times. I want Travis Touchdown to be in Smash Brothers in some fashion. And I went over in the previous video before. I think I went over in the Travis video. I think I did for their rating their chances and newcomer and all that good stuff. I think I mentioned that in there. Yeah, he wanted Travis to be in there. He's confronted Sakurai about it. A couple of things what I find interesting. I've yet to hear a mention of like, has any, like, leave it in the comments below if you've seen it or not. I haven't seen the fact that Travis is like a spirit or anything at all. I've seen nothing like that in the game. I'm not saying that being a spirit deconfirms you, because we've already seen like King K. Rool as a spirit and all the other good stuff, so it's not really a deconfirmation, but more so it's just something else to really think about. And it's really peculiar for the simple fact that Nintendo has been pushing Travis Strikes Again as far as it coming out. Like, it should be coming out next year. And we technically, if I'm not mistaken, we have another Bayonetta on our hands, like a literal Bayonetta situation, because Bayonetta wasn't going to happen again if it wasn't for Nintendo coming to rescue him. And Bayonetta 2 would not have been a thing. Bayonetta 3 wouldn't even be in the works. Bayonetta wouldn't be in, well, she might be in Smash, I don't know. But nevertheless, on that, I think it's another situation to where Travis, if Nintendo wasn't backing it, Travis Strikes Again wouldn't be a thing. So I really feel like it's really important to give that some note, because as of right now, I feel like Travis Strikes Again really feels like it's more of an indie status. You know, another thing too, Travis is in a very weird place. In some regard, I would consider him at this point in time a first party. Go back a little bit, a couple of years ago, I would say he was more of a third party character, a la Suda51. But I feel like it's the literal same thing is happening to him, but without his inclusion in Smash Brothers, it's not as prominent as Bayonetta's is, because they both just ooze and brim with personality. So it's literally like just the male version, if you really think about it, the male version of Bayonetta. It really feels like it. So I feel like Nintendo, you would think with this title coming, because that's a factor that I take into whenever I do some more rankums and the newcomer and rate their chances, all that good stuff. I feel like Nintendo would take that into account, that they have a Travis Touchdown game that's coming out and it needs pushing. Why would you not push that in this beefy Smash Brothers game? That perplexes me. So I feel like it's definitely worth mentioning. I feel like they would want him to be like right in the smack dab in the middle of, you know, Nintendo Switch. I really would feel like that would be. And not only that, if Nintendo's publishing a physical version, that's not cheap. It's not just digital. It's a physical version too. So it needs to be pushed. I really don't understand just the lack of it. Like, it's not in any leaks or mentions or anything. I find that really peculiar. I feel like Travis might have a better chance than what people think as far as getting in. It's just worth mentioning, because I was thinking about that because somebody commented on that old Travis video that I did, and yeah, it's weird. It's just not been mentioned, leaks, anything. And if I was Nintendo and I have this game coming out, it does make good business sense. So I kind of derailed this a little bit to talk about Travis. I probably should have just had this in like a separate video. Sorry about that, but it's really worth mentioning. And going over this kind of made me think of that. So let's go over the first one. So overall, he does come off as an abrasive fellow, not as abrasive as the Chatterdorf thing, aka Mario to Plumber. Shout outs, man. Doing your thing, trolling the community in a grand scale never seen before. But yeah, with Sora. So this is the thing with Sora. People mention, oh well, it's impossible to get Sora because Disney's involved. Sora, I'm gonna be real with you guys. While I'm not gonna say, oh, he has a 100% chance. No, that's not gonna be the case at all. I feel like his chances to get in are much higher than what people give it credit for. And I'll just say why. I don't think Disney's attached to their IPs, but it's not like a Mickey or Donald or like their main IP situation. I don't think it's anything like that. So I agree with this person there saying because he's not like Mickey Mouse or something, it's much easier to get. Would Disney have them pay money? I don't question it at all. You know, Disney, I mean, they do the family friendly thing, that whole dystopian business, you know, that they got going, that they, you know, they cover it up with like a wink and a smile. Ha ha, come here kids, ha, buy our merch, ha ha.
We've got to have money.
With that aside, no question that they will have Nintendo pay a lot of money. The advertising is questionable. I don't know if Nintendo would cave on like just obvious Disney marketing in a Smash Brothers game. I feel like that would be a bit much. Matter of fact, not even feel that would be a bit much. It would be a bit much in my opinion. Could you have like a stage from there and some songs? Of course. But as far as the Disney logo, maybe. I mean, and I say maybe really because of Snake's exclamation mark. I really miss the Fox. I missed the Fox one, the Fox logo for Snake. Press F for it. But yeah, it's just I'm on the fence about it because it's not too noticeable, but it's kind of an eyesore. But I guess it really depends. If you're like a gaming purist or whatever, it's like, I don't want this Disney in my game. I don't want capitalism in my game. It may not be as bad to other people. I guess the casual audience probably wouldn't give a crap. I don't as much, but it's kind of like Disney. I can taste the phoniness. I mean, I like Disney's characters, but I know what time it is. I mean, if you watch any of my older videos where I mention Michael Eisner, and they say, you know, they don't have to make, they're not into making a statement or a stand or being about anything. They're interested in making money. Like, that came from the CEO himself. So pretty greedy. So, but and he's supposed to, because it's a business. So that's whatever. But as far as Sora getting in, I feel like it's very likely, and I don't know, I may do like another video on that down the line to really go into detail. But I feel like it's likely. The thing that I question the most is the merchandising. I mean, not merchandising, but the product placement, I guess you could say. Let's go to the next one. So you mentioned Rayman. This Rayman one, I agree with a lot. Not even because I'm a big Rayman fan, but I'm more of a, I do, it's a little biased there because I'm on the whole, if you contribute to gaming, you deserve to be in. I'm all for that, but it does. It makes the Rayman thing, it really does make a lot of sense because Ubisoft has been, you know, all jokes aside, you play being trash and all that other good stuff. I mean, that's true. But, and Assassin's Creed, throw that in there too. As much as I would like it, it is what it is. They don't get the scores like that for no reason. But anyways, aside from all that, Ubisoft really does, or has been, really supporting like Nintendo. Even in the dark Wii U days, releasing Rayman on the Wii U, I'll give that to them. They put Assassin's Creed on there. It was crappily done, but they still did it, even though it's crappy. Can't let that go. They've been supportive, so I agree with that. And yeah, if I was Nintendo, one thing I would do as far as strategically going is I would definitely include their mascot for all the goodwill that they've given us to keep that relationship going. If somebody, is it reciprocity? I forgot how you say it. Anyways, it's some R word that if somebody gives you something, then you feel obligated to have to give back to them. It's something you learn in marketing. I forgot. I think it's reciprocity or something like that. Anyways, but yeah, if I was Nintendo, no question I would do that. Like, Rayman's cool. Rayman would be awesome in there. Rayman makes a lot of sense to be in as a character, as a historical contributor to gaming as a whole. It just makes perfect sense to put him in there and keep that relationship on stellar terms. Get another game made by Ubisoft, because Atlas, for example, great reviews, really good reviews. So no question, keep that relationship going. I agree with that. I'm not going to say that this leak is 100% real, because you know you already know how skeptical I am off the top, but it makes insanely good sense. Now, there's some other stuff that we've mentioned before that makes insanely good sense that didn't happen, but from a business standpoint, this really makes damn good sense to me. Steve, unfortunately, same thing. I question it, but Steve is, I don't know what to say about Steve, boy. No! To me, I guess it's just the stigma. The stigma of Steve is really the biggest bother. Yeah, Nintendo would be stupid to not add Steve or some kind of Minecraft representation. As Jake Paul and Logan Paul and the Dobre brothers and Lele Pons and every other trash YouTuber on YouTube has taught you, marketing to kids is painfully lucrative. I mean, that's just what it is. As much as infuriating as it is, it's painfully lucrative. So I'm not saying that he's going to be in. I'm not saying that there's any credibility here whatsoever. He's not in until he's in, is my standpoint on Steve. But cross-checking this with what Virgin mentioned, Virgin's been right quite a bit, guys. So it's rough. I feel like whether it be in as playable or an assist trophy or some kind of content representation, I feel like Minecraft's going to be in Smash Brothers. It's with Virgin and the business aspect lining up together. To me, it's going to happen in one way, shape, or form. And I'd say, from a numbers standpoint, the closer you get to the center, a la a playable character, the lower the percentage is. Like, say Steve, without doing all my other analysis, I would put Steve at a 60% chance right now as a playable character. As an assist trophy, I would put him at like a 70% chance. As some form of representation or spirit, I would put him at like an 85% chance. Just getting away from the epicenter, that's how I would rank him right now, based off of Virgin, all the other information out there, the business sense that it makes, the relationship that Nintendo has with Microsoft, the fact that you've already got Minecraft on the Switch and it did pretty well. I even bought it thinking my little sister was gonna play it. That was $30 wasted. But anyway, how we'll move on from that. Hey Hachi, this is one that I really want to be in Smash Brothers. I couldn't tell you if he's going to make it in or not. Now he does make a good point, and it's a point that I've made before about the whole Mii costumes and all that stuff. Mii costumes really feel like a springboard for the next character to jump in like the next iteration. Because again, very right, King K. Rool, Chrom, Isabelle making it in from the Mii costume bracket. But I mean, it doesn't mean it's going to be for everyone, because Tails hasn't made it yet. Knuckles was a Mii fighter costume, and guess what? Knuckles as an assist trophy, even though he shouldn't be Sakurai. I lost my train of thought. I kind of saw red for a second. No pun intended, since Knuckles is actually red. Anyways, just because he's in there, it doesn't mean, and then Skull Kid too, just because you are a Mii costume doesn't guarantee you a spot in the next go around. But it's worth taking note of. But I do agree with the whole Namco working on the game with Nintendo, and there's only one Namco representative, a la Pac-Man. That doesn't fit. It doesn't make any sense. I would say, on the guise of relationship maintenance with Ubisoft, keep them happy, get their representative in there, because Tekken is more, I mean, I guess Pac-Man is more known, but I feel like Tekken may be a more prominent series at this point, and pushing their prominent boy from their prominent series would be great for the relationship, and it could possibly spark a actual Tekken game coming to a Nintendo console, which would be pretty big. If it hasn't been announced already, it would be pretty big. So that is another one that makes really good business sense to me. No indication of it happening other than the Mii costume and the relationship, or Nintendo choosing a relationship path. And then you have Sakurai's input in there as well. So I could see it leading to Heihachi to some facet. It's not guaranteed until it's guaranteed, but that's how I feel about that. Crash, very prominent. This right here, when he mentions this, he gets a bit more forceful, I guess. Well, no, not as forceful as the Minecraft one, but The Crash argument seems the weakest here, in my opinion. Like, he's just talking, really. Like, the money thing, duh, that's anything that Nintendo does. Whether they do stupid stuff like the app, or the mismanagement of Nintendo Online, or whatever the case may be, that's anything. So the Crash argument's pretty weak. Do I think Crash needs to be in? Yeah, of course, he does. He's another gaming pillar / icon. No question. Put your boy in. Put your strung out marsupial in. But it's a very weak argument to me. And then, does he go over anything else? Oh yeah, he did mention a couple more things, which I think this is a fairly interesting thing to add into the conversation. He mentions that a couple more echoes are going to be included over time. I believe this, actually. I just do. Not because of this guy, but just in general. Because if you've got those characters done, I think there's a couple ways you can do this. One is, I guess, however many characters that you have, he says that the moveset planning goes fairly quickly, and then you got to do the modeling and all that other good stuff. I'm not sure if they're going to use characters from the game, like how they use it to model other characters, a la, say, how Chrom was modeled off of like Ike and Ike's Up B, and Roy and Marth. So it's possible that could shorten development time as well, depending on how much it would take to make them, to make the model, to balance them, to do all that other good stuff. But if they feel like they're hitting good timing and good pacing, squeeze some echoes in there. Because again, he mentions, it only takes like, or it's been mentioned before, I can't say officially, I'm just to be truthful, but like 1/10 of the development time. But he does mention that it takes very little development time to make an Echo character. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if a couple of echoes, which give me my girl Dixie, a couple of echoes actually squeeze into that. That makes a lot of sense. If they're hitting a stride, say in March or something, throw an Echo character, and it would be good. Me personally, I'd say it'd be good to space them out, or you could have, like they did with Dark Samus and Richter, which has had them in like the same trailer, and Chrom in the same trailer. Could do that too. But either one is fine. But yeah, they get that third character done, and it's only like May, and it's like, wow, we're making really good time. Echo, boom, there you go. Get to the fourth character in like August. Echo, done. So, or you could just at the end of the year, Echo, and have an Echo extravaganza. I don't think they're going to do that, but it's always an option that's on the table. So I do like that that's mentioned in there. It makes a lot of sense. I really feel like, because it would be a really nice surprise. Like, it really would. I think he's aware, even though the plant, whether it be for him to flex his creativity or whatever the case may be, I think he's aware to a certain degree of the disappointment that the Piranha Plant has brought with, because again, Sakurai is aware of the ballot. He's aware of the ballot results. I mean, come on, King K. Rool Ridley. He's aware of the ballot results. It is what it is. He can't be. He can't not be. I know it's a double negative, but he can't not be. But with that said, I really feel like I feel like that's Echoes would really, I do. I really feel like Echoes would really fix some of the saltiness. I really do. I was kind of hesitant to just go ahead and finish the statement, just because I'm not sure what the man is thinking. I've been trying to guess what he's been thinking since the get-go, and I tend to be wrong, even though it makes sense on paper. But yeah, the Echoes would really fix a lot of the saltiness. I'm dead serious. I really think it would. So it's very likely you get like all the echo, like some of the echoes that I've mentioned in my Echoes for All video. It's a good chance that you could probably get like a couple of them, not all of them, or not even like 25% of them. You probably get like 3%, maybe 2% at most, but definitely a bare minimum, like maybe like one 1 to 5 echoes, I think, probably. I think the whole thing may be rounded out at like 85 characters, maybe. But that's, you know, by season 1's complete end. That's not counting like a potential season 2 or whatever, but that's how I feel like he's going to handle it. This is a very interesting take on things. A bit abrasive. He doesn't put his neck out there, and understandably so. And like a lot of other ones who, of course, were fake. So it is what it is. Explaining that you're not going to put yourself at risk is standard for a fake league, but also ironic. It's sensible for a real league. So that is it. I believe there's nothing else as I look over this, nothing else to actually go over. But yeah, if you like this video, feel free to hit that like button, feel free to subscribe, feel free to share wherever you share things. Those greatly help out the channel. I do have a Patreon, which if you donate to the Patreon, tiers start as low as like $1 a month. You don't have to, but it will go to help the channel. I can do streams more, I can do giveaways more, I can do a lot more things that I normally would not be able to do, as with the case with money in general. Fantastic t-shirt store with tank tops, hoodies, jumpers, sweatshirts, all that other good stuff, leggings. If you just happen to be that one dudette in the audience, looking at my analytics, it's like a 97-to-1 as far as the female ratio, or 97-to-3. I mean, I can't math. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry about it being so long, but this guy's leak was very extensive. So I just wanted to go over it in full and not like give you some random like, I'm just gonna read this off. How's it going, everyone? I'm just gonna read this off, say a couple of things, and I'll see you later. Which I guess I should do because that helps your watch time. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Take care, people.
My troubles disappear.